Okay, welcome back to Miss Curtis's art class. Today I am going to teach you how to draw a bunny or a rabbit, and I think you're really going to like this project because we are going to add a neat scene where we can do a couple flowers as well. Springtime is when the rabbits and bunnies come out. We actually have to be careful when we are driving because sometimes they like to run out in the middle of the street. But it's always so nice to see them hopping around. So like I said, we will get started. You are just going to need a pencil, piece of paper, possibly a marker, some coloring materials if you have that. Whatever you have to draw with is fine. My paper that I'm using is computer paper. If you have line paper, that's okay too. Please have your paper in the landscape view. So if you look at my paper, the longer side is going left to right. And with this, that means we can fit some flowers, we can fit the bunny in here, and we have more room. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to draw our frame. So the frame is going to be a line that goes around the edge of the paper. So if you want to do a curvy line, you can do that. If you want to do a straight line, that's fine too. So hold your paper tight with the opposite hand that you draw with, and I'm simply just going to create a line going around the edge of my paper. This marker seems to be drying out, so I'm going to switch it. Now I'm going to rotate my paper. Okay. I'm just pulling my marker down. Take your time. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to rotate my paper back to the landscape view, and I'm going to write my first and last name at the bottom right. So Miss Curtis, and then my homeroom number, so 204. Okay, so the first step is we are going to create the body of the bunny. Now, if you want your bunny over to the left, you can put your bunny over here. If you want it over to the right or the middle, that's up to you. I'm going to have my bunny off to the right side. So the first step to making our bunny is we are going to make an arching line, almost like a rainbow shape. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So it is going to be a curvy arching line, just like so. Okay? The next step is we are going to make a straight line at the bottom. So now this is going to be the bunny's body. Okay. The next step is we are going to create the bunny's head. So on the left side, right about here, I am just going to make a straight line that is going to angle slightly going up. Just like so. Okay. The next step is we are going to make an arched curving line, almost like the letter C, and that's going to come around and connect to make the bunny's head. So I'm going to start at the top, and like I said, it's like the letter C. Just going to come around just like so. And if you've done this so far, you're in good shape. Okay. The next step is we are going to make some ears for our bunny. And ears are going to look like a raindrop shape that's upside down. So they're going to be on the top of the bunny's head. It's going to start like this. It's going to curve out and come back around. And then another one right here. Okay, now our bunny has some ears. All right, the next step that we are going to do is we are going to create some of the features that are in the bunny's body, okay? So we are going to start with a little foot in the front here, and that's going to be just a curving arch line right here, and then make it straight come across so that it connects to the body. So now we have a little foot. The next step is we are going to create a curved line that comes out right from where that other foot is and just stops just like so. So it goes up and right there. So now we have some feet in the front for the bunny. Okay, the next step is we are going to make a back leg and a tail. So let's start with the back leg. The back leg is going to be right over here to the right. I'm just going to make a curving little foot right here. And then the leg is going to be just a curved line that wraps around just like so. So that's an interesting shape, right? So you got a little foot that curves out, and then it comes up just like so and just kind of stops. And that's the bunny's back leg. A little bit more complicated of a shape, right? Okay, the next step is to make the bunny's tail, which is just going to round the back of the bunny, so just a curving shape just like so, and now the bunny has a tail. Okay, so what do you think we need? We need some facial features on this bunny. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to create the nose and the mouth. So towards the front of the bunny, we have a nose that's going to be an upside down triangle. That's an easy shape, right? And then a mouth which is going to look like almost like a sailor's anchor. So it's going to be like the letter J and then come out the other way. So it's just going to curve like so. I can barely fit it right there. And then on the other side as well. So we have a little mouth for our bunny. So now let's add some eyes. We are going to make 2 oval looking dots for our bunny's eyes. And how about some whiskers? Whiskers are going to be straight lines. I'll have 3 coming out from the left side. And on this side over here, we'll have 1, 2, 3 as well. So now our bunny has some whiskers. Maybe make them come in a little bit more. Okay. Sometimes bunnies also have another area inside the ear that's like pink. If you wanted to draw this inside, you do not have to. This is just a little something extra. Okay, so our bunny looks pretty good. Let's draw a ground line for our bunny. So we are going to start from the left side, and you can even make it curvy, such as a hill that the bunny is sitting on. And then I'm going to stop where the bunny is and then continue it on the other side. Okay, so now the last thing we could do is we could actually add some flowers if we wanted to. So flowers, there's all different types of flowers, but like I said, bunnies tend to come out in the spring. So this would be a great time to draw a couple different flowers. So one of my favorite flowers is a tulip. So I'm going to show you what a tulip looks like. A tulip starts by looking like the letter U. So you can draw that over the side. And I'm gonna make my flowers pretty big. So I want this bunny to have some nice big flowers around it. Then it's going to be a zigzag line. So zigzag looks like this. Angles this way, angles that way, angles again, and like that. So now I have the top of the flower. The next thing that we'll do is we will just make a straight line that curves down to the ground, and you can make some petals, which are just shapes like so. They almost look like a football. Okay, if you wanted to make more of those flowers, go ahead. You could fill it all around. It'd be kind of neat. The next flower that we'll make will be a sunflower. A sunflower starts as a circle in the middle. So try to draw that to the best of your ability. And then it's just going to have little arches going around it, almost like half circles. Now the sunflower has a black inside, so I'm just going to put some different dots to show the texture that sunflowers have in the middle of the flower. Okay, and then just like we did with the tulip, you're going to do a straight line coming down and some football shaped looking petals or leaves coming out. Okay, now if you want to add more, I could do a couple zigzag lines for grass for some details. You can do that, it's up to you. Maybe a cloud, which is just curving lines, a little puffy cloud. You can make a sun, which is a circle shape and has triangles around it that point out. So this is looking like a really nice spring/summer picture. All right, so the next thing we'd want to do is color our picture in. So using crayons or markers, say I'm going to use crayons, we can take our time to color in our picture. So grass is green, right? So I am going to start over to the side and start to color in this motion. I'm holding my crayon nice and tight, just like I'd hold a pencil. And I'm going up and down, back and forth motion. And using the tip, I'm being very careful to stay inside the lines. I'm also trying to get all the white spaces so that my color comes out nice, or my picture comes out nice and vibrant with a lot of color. Okay, you can also have fun layering some colors. So I could use some green and then maybe add like a little darker green on top. However you want to do it is fine. So the bunny, I am actually going to keep the bunny white, but I am going to use this red to color very lightly to make a nose that's that color. And then the ears, just the inside part, I'm going to have almost like a light pink, but I'm just coloring very lightly with the red so it shows up like that. Okay, so go ahead, have fun coloring in your picture. You might want to make a blue sky, color in your flowers, and I can't wait to see how your picture comes out. So I'm going to speed this up so you can see how I colored mine in, and then like I said, I can't wait to see how yours comes out. Okay, so that's how I colored in my bunny and my scenery. And here, this is the sunflower again, that's darker, almost like black in the middle, and it has these yellowy orange petals coming out. Over here, the tulip, I colored in purple with a little bit of red. So if you've ever seen tulips, sometimes they have like multiple colors in them. They're really pretty. So I could color in my sky blue as well. I can't wait for you to color in yours, and I'm looking forward to next week's class with you.